Good afternoon. My name's Oliver Lane, and I'm the Universal Peace Federation Secretary in Scotland. We have Peace Embassy offices in the centre of Glasgow, where we host meetings, dialogue, and events involving many of the diverse faiths and religious groups in and around Glasgow and the sort of central belt of Scotland. Personally, my wife and I live in Arbroath, which is about 15 miles from Dundee and 100 miles from Glasgow. So it's on the northeast coast. I'm also a trustee of Dundee Faith and Belief, which is a small charity, registered charity working to promote interfaith cooperation in our local area. We also work closely with Interfaith Scotland, which is funded and supported by the Scottish Government. It promotes dialogue, understanding, and cooperation between religious communities throughout the whole of Scotland. And its director is Dr. Maureen Sire. I also attend the quarterly meetings of the cross-party group of freedom of religion or belief at the Scottish Parliament, the Holyrood, and the current chair is John Mason. He's visited our offices in Glasgow and he's been very helpful. The cross-party group promotes and champions religious freedom both in Scotland and around the world, and it invites speakers from accredited organisations such as Open Doors, Free Tibet, and the Freedom of Religion or Belief group at the UK Parliament. At the end of March this year, Dr. Nazila Ghanea, the UN Rapporteur for Religious Freedom, gave a talk to the Scottish Parliament cross-party group in light of the introduction of the hate crime bill that had just been introduced in law in Scotland. At the time for questions, I was able to ask her about the Family Federation or Unification Church, which is experiencing persecution and discrimination in Japan. She was sympathetic and has been trying to visit Japan and also elicit some response from the Japanese government. David Fraser Harris and I also met her at the Edinburgh Interfaith Association AGM in September. I attended a conference at the Future of Religion in Scotland at St Andrews University at the end of September. Academics, politicians, and faith representatives shared their ideas and their hopes and vision for religion in an increasingly secular society. November 10th to 17th was Scottish Interfaith Week. That's always an opportunity to network with faith representatives from all over Scotland. The opening ceremony, which I attended, was held in the Dundee City Chambers and was opened by the Provost of Dundee. The next day, I was in Glasgow at the City Chambers there for a reception hosted by Glasgow Interfaith and the Glasgow City Council. And then the following day, November 14th, we had an informal evening with Dr. Sire as the guest speaker on the theme, Peace Starts With Me. We have a few photos of that event. It was very, very relaxed, but also Dr. Sire shared some personal testimonies and experiences, and I gave a presentation on some of the guidelines for peacemaking from a UPF perspective. And then just before the end of this year, we're planning a Christmas reception in Glasgow also on December 20th, and we hope that with some of the guests that are coming, that we'll be able to share ideas for events for the coming year. We plan to have similar events, but also perhaps something for a Peace Road event, and also something for International Day of Peace. So that's a little roundup from Scotland. We wish you all the very best for 2025, and we hope to have a successful series of events across the UK. Bye for now.